Alright, hey guys, welcome back, and listen, the saga continues. So yesterday I made a video about the devs responding to some angry people on the forums, right? Some outrageous claims when it comes to, pretty outrageous. I'm going to show you in a second what I'm talking about, but yeah, so I guess the community manager in this forum, he decided to just make a reply, and the reply is on the screen right now. I have a whole video talking about the whole situation, right? It was yesterday's video. I'm going to link it down in the description below. But yeah, we're going to continue. Why? Because he commented again. He doubled down. The developer, he doubled down. He's ready for all the smoke. And I'm here for it. I'm really here for it. But yeah, before I start this, I have to address something because for some reason this still doesn't get through people's heads. How can I explain this? I don't get paid by this company to make any remarks I make. If I defend a company, is because I believe in that company, because I've seen nothing that has gone bad from that company. I have no problem throwing games under the bus. I used to make a lot of Fallout 76 content on this channel. It used to be actually my main content. But when enough was enough and nothing was being changed, I spoke out. Same way, if the same thing happens to this game, I will speak out, because trust me, I'm not here, like the whole, oh, well, you might get paid by them, so it's a monetary value, I have a full job, and I also have a side business, and then I have YouTube on this. YouTube makes maybe 5% of my income right now, Plus, if you look at my views and, my channel statistics, like, I'm not the biggest YouTuber out there, so trust me, Me saying good things about developers does not translate to me getting money from developers. I hope you can get that through your head. But let's start the video. I just need to get that out there because people still think, oh, I'm white knighting this, I'm white knighting. No, man, I'm speaking from facts that I've seen, and whenever someone is emotional, like let's start the video, right? So here was the post that happened yesterday, right? That the developers responded to. Here's exactly what I mean by I respond to emotional things with facts. So as you can see by this reply, let's read it all real quick. I had 2 full playthroughs and loved every second, but it went stale and grindy rapidly. Fans have lost interest, YouTubers have lost interest. People were given a lot of money for a demo. This is worse than Star Citizen. Stop dancing in your riches and streamline your bloody updates, and communicate with your fans that have waited 7 years for this excuse of a game/demo. And before anyone says, so you know how to run a gaming company, then I manage a team of ad agency working on several projects across the board at a time. So I'd like to say I can smell some neglect when it comes to management. Sort your stuff out before the dream is dead. Now, we did talk about this extensively in the last video, so I'm just going to say it like this. This person is very emotional. He has brought no facts to the table, nothing to back up his statements. And pretty much what I did is I brought the facts, I brought the statements, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like, that's what I want to work off of. The statements, the actual facts of the situation, and that's kind of what I want to show in these videos. So, I want this to be taken at face value, because trust me, there are people in these comments that take this type of stuff at face value with nothing attached to them, and that's very misleading. So I try to even the playing field if I see that it's necessary, but yeah, so this was what was made, and we talked about some of the prize, we talked about how I felt about it, so that's all in the description below for that video. And we talked about this reply where let's read it just real quick. I understand that you are frustrated with the sudden slowdown of the game updates as of late, but this really isn't the way of voicing those concerns. We are currently working on a large code refactor which is taking up quite a lot of our time. We mentioned it in the recent early access update post. You can also read about some of our plans for the near future in there, by the way. Doing this now ensures that the foundations of the game are in much better state for future updates. Unfortunately, this means that we are unable to release a large patch for the past few weeks. However, that being said, updates to the main and beta are in the works and will be coming in the near future, so you shouldn't have to wait too long to get started with a new campaign. Boom. It's very simple. They provided, like I said before, they provided their past statements, Like I said before, they came with something. They kept it very civil, and that's how you're supposed to do it. So I never understood why. Never mind. Let's move on from that, okay? But so since this has happened, a lot more has been talked about, and then this same dev responded again. So let's read the replies. Let's see what's going on. He has spoken. Well stated. Big truer, big truer. You gave up, so did you leave? Bye. Good one. Thanks for the reply. Good work. Oh no, there's no contradiction at all. At least now when you actually consider everything I wrote without taking it out of context like you did. Oh, this is something else. Hope I can refund this game too. Alrighty. I'm feeling that this is the update where we will get the one step ahead perk fixed. Probably not. Like I said before, and like the dev said, they fix one skill at a time. The one step ahead perk, is that in the bow category? Hold on. I don't think it is. Hold on. One step. No, I don't think it'll be fixed. I think they're fixing the bow skills for the next patch, because that's how they've been doing it, is one skill at a time, and see how that goes. But thanks for the info, Kalen. Keep the good work. Bro, it's early access, not a full release. In case you don't know what that means, basically we're testing the game. Trust me, he won't even read what you're saying right here. Absolutely no one has forced you to buy this game. It was your decision because it was clearly stated in the game early access. Yep, I agree. Okay, here we go. So the sad part that this isn't even a joke. It accurately describes Tailward progress in the past 2 months. So we got 2 months equals 3 bug fixes. Alrighty, let me pull up the proof so we could analyze this. Okay, so let's go to their Steam announcement where they have listed what they have changed over time. Steam announcement, Bannerlord. Because this statement is, a lot of people believe that in 2 months is all we've gotten is 3 bug fixes. Let's where's the Steam announcement? Right over here. Let's put that on the screen. And okay, so rather ironically, even though it's been a challenge, working from home seems to have brought our team closer together. Development of the game has continued unabated with 78 patches and fixes that have been released since the game's launch 11 weeks ago. So even if you want to discredit all the fixes that were made and just put them into simple bug fixes, we've had 78 and not 3. So again, people take stuff like this at face value, and that's why I think that, you know, stuff should actually be spoken through facts, not fiction, if that kind of makes sense, right? But very inaccurate statement. Pushing too hard on devs have the opposite effect. Sometimes you can get some more frequent updates, but with lower quality. I prefer quality, so take your time in the next one. Exactly. I don't understand what I don't understand. This is like, here's the concept that kind of makes sense with this, right? So you know when you're playing your game, right? It's a team game. Let's say CS:GO, League of Legends, whatever you play, right? Or you know, I guess what's the newest like game? A lot of people like Valorant. Do people still play Valorant? I don't know, but so in terms of those games, right? So let's say one of your teammates is doing bad. So here is the basic response of your teammate doing bad, right? Oh, you suck, bro. Oh, you know what I mean? And I never understood in my head. Well, I see, because I've done it too when I was younger, but I never understood in my head is, if somebody is doing bad, right? And he's on your team, and you need your team to win, right? Or you want your team to win in the end of the day, right? What does talking, you know, what is talking bad about the player on your team going to do to help you win the game? Because that person could then sabotage the team, even like sabotage the team personally to get back at you for talking badly about him. But if you were to talk, let's say, with some encouragement, you know, wouldn't your team do better? At least, doesn't that kind of make sense? I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but in this same scenario, if you want the game to be better, right? I'm not saying kiss up to the devs. It'd be like, I'm just saying come with some constructive criticism. I know it's a crazy world nowadays where, you know, you just shoot out the most randomest statements and then just expect everyone else around you to act civilized while you just, you know, make outrageous claims, right? But I agree with this, you know. You want quality, you want good stuff, be patient. That's what it takes, you know. It's a very simple concept in my opinion. I'd probably be less forgiving for if not for my $120 for early access of Ready or Not. You have no idea how good you got it here compared to that. What is he talking about? Absolutely zero response for devs and mouse. Almost an outright hatred of the esport. Is Ready or Not a game? Hold on. Am I missing something? Oh, so it is. Oh, so he's talking about a different game. Okay. I was kind of confused on what the topic was. So this is Heaven in comparison. I'm guessing that's a bad game. I can't really talk about it because I have never played it. $120 is kind of steep for that. Should we really compare Bannerlord with one of the worst EA games ever? I don't think so. Big Truer. By the way, you can buy the game for €35.99 right now. Yeah, they're not very comparable. That's true, but there's been bigger comparisons made on this forum. Let me be honest with you. Yes, I don't think they're comparable. I get that Tiro is doing the code refactor, which hopefully will create a more solid base going forward. I've got no problem with all that, but we haven't seen any new scenes, quests, models. Surely the level such game designers and 3D modelers are not the only ones doing the code refactor. This is not about the game being early access, having bugs. If people have a problem with that, it's their own fault, but I have a concern that too many aspects as well as features have been cut from the game, and they've got no plans to reinstate those and cool new features. Okay, so for this statement, I agree and disagree. So the reason why you don't see scenes, quests, models, even though we have gotten some new quests, right? But I understand what you mean, like aesthetic wise and stuff of that nature, right? So they've not been cut from the game. So what happened is they decided to work on stable parts of the game first. It's like the stability, the FPS, the crashes, and they mentioned that in the Steam update as well, that's what their focus is right now, right? And once that is all taken care of, you know, content and stuff of that nature, like you've listed and some other people have listed in the past, that stuff is gonna come. But they first want to have the most stable experience before they add on more content, right? Because if you add on more content to a game that's not at the best state that it can be, it could break more features than actually give, if that makes sense, right? But yeah. Now, we're probably not a hardcore fan of single. Oh, wait, hold on. It's like already not. Okay, so we're still talking about that other game. What do you think when someone says early access? It is freaking early access. You are playing an uncompleted game. That's it. It is uncompleted. Yet you bought it, and congrats. Now you're bullying the devs because the game is incomplete. I don't think he's bullying them. I don't think the devs really. To be honest, listen. Let me be 100% honest with you. So if you worked in any, let's say, restaurant or any like even retail, right, in your life, you have those customers, right, that show up like 3 times a week and they complain. They ask for price cuts, they ask for this, they try to make it about themselves, they try to victimize themselves, and they're like regulars. You know what I mean? Like it like if you ever been in those fields, right? Like I used to be a waiter for a long time at a lot of different places, a lot. I would say Waffle House. I was at Texas Roadhouse for a little bit. A lot of different places, right? And let me tell you something. you just have those people they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act, and like it's what you get. You know what I mean? Like it's part of life. You gotta deal with it. But I don't think, you know, like I said, if I was the devs, I wouldn't even reply to this, like to this right here. I would not have replied to this. You know what I mean? There's nothing good that can come from replying to this. Like, I understand that the fact that the dev did reply to this, it was with good intention to kind of, you know what I mean? You know, at least try to change the mind of the people who are just saying this stuff, right? But you're not going to change this guy's mind at the end of the day. It's not happening. You know, it's not happening. You know, it's like one of those conversations where, have you guys seen those talks where they get like 3 people from 2 different sides, right? And they try to like come together and speak about topics together. And like, it's usually 3 people who are like educated and come with the facts versus 3 people who watch like 10 YouTube videos. You know what I mean? And it's like, what can you really expect from that, right? You got the 3 guys who watch YouTube who are super confident that they have all the facts right, even though they probably don't. And then you have 3 educated people that just can't believe how these other people can. It's just. I'm getting off on a tangent, but trust me, this guy is not going to. He's not gonna be like, oh, now I understand because this was brought up. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. This guy, like I said before, where is the response? Let me go back. The main guy who created this and the guy and every guy who agrees with him, they have not read this update post. They have not actually read any of the update posts. I promise you, they have not. The only time they think an update came is when they were playing the game and something new happened, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is one of the only changes I've ever seen. So this is the only change that exists." So trust me, it's not gonna work. I would not panic. The patch is coming. I think people are just impatient, in my opinion. To be honest, servers can't refund the game. I will keep waiting until it's finished. Hey, another thing, if I was a dev, I would refund this guy's game immediately. You know, I run, what's it called? I'm not gonna list exactly where it's from, like, but I run a store. It's online, right? And because I don't want to like mix the audiences, so I don't want to like tell you exactly what the store is and stuff, right? But whenever somebody asks me for a refund, I promise you, I give it to them automatically. That's it. You know what I mean? Like if you complain about the product and you want a refund, I will give it to you immediately. I have no problem with that. And if I was a dev in this situation, I would give it to this person immediately. Trust me. The $60, whatever this guy paid for, is not worth him just going into the forums and just spreading complete lies. Trust me. If he doesn't like the game and he really wants to be out of it, he can go. But at the same time, what I've realized is these guys usually have the most playtime as well. It's kind of, you know, you if you know what it is, you know what it is. But all right, let's continue. I think this is where the dev response comes in. Let's see if we can find it. It's a lot more. Okay, this guy brought a picture. Okay. Also, the Total War games don't have 3 autosave slots. That's what I call focusing on the real problems. Who cares about broken AI or no bugs for weeks? I'm so excited to test all the 3 autosave slots that even reduced the size like 80%. So I think he's being sarcastic. But see, like, look, how can you discredit a very good feature and then stating, oh, so this is the only thing you got? I just, you'd be losing your mind sometimes reading this stuff. So his statement right here is, the Total War games don't have 3 autosave slots, which I think they should. I think every game should have 3 autosave slots. I think it's a great concept. And if you don't think it's a great concept, I don't understand why you wouldn't. I think this is an amazing concept. But okay, let's move on from that. That's what I call focusing on the real problems. Reducing saves it helps. It helps. I'll be honest with you. It is a real problem if we're really talking about it. Who cares about broken AI or known bugs for weeks? What are the known bugs for weeks? Okay, I'm so excited to test all 3 autosaves. Okay, so here's the problem with this guy's statement and why you know, you can't really take it seriously. So you mentioned 3 autosave slots. You got your little picture. Cool. Now you mentioned broken AI and known bugs for weeks, and that's where you ended off. Where are they? If you see, your statement would have been a lot better if you listed all the bugs that, you know what I mean, all the bugs that you've gotten, or the known bugs, or the bigger bugs that you're talking about, right? But again, it's a blanket statement, and you expect someone to take it seriously. Like, that's, you got to come with something more than this. And it's also a false statement. You know, they are focusing on the real problems. You know, they have fixed some of the real problems. The war problem was the biggest problem. If we're being really honest, the problem with the wars was the biggest problem, and that was recently fixed. Yes, now there's too much peace, but guess what? That's what happens when a fix. You fix one part, another part might break, and now they're probably working on that to make that a little bit more balanced. But they're not. But by this statement, you're saying they only focus on small little things and not the big bugs. They do focus on the big bugs. You know, when the economy went down, they fixed it, right? When the workshops were going crazy, they fixed it, right? So again, blanket statement, not much, you know, proof of this this statement right here, and yeah, what else can you say about it? Here we go. We got a reply. This is the reply that I was talking about. So this was the in response to this, actually. Okay. In one sense, you are right. I mean, we do not need to keep working on crushing those bugs, and that is definitely a priority for... Wait. We do need... Oh, sorry. Let me restart. In one sense, you are right. I mean, we do need to keep on crushing those bugs, and that is definitely a priority for us. But you do realize that we have different people working on different parts of the game, right? He doesn't realize. He doesn't. He doesn't, man. That's the problem. Like, I understand that... Like I said before, you want to see the best, and you want to, you know, to communicate, and you want to do the thing that I'm pretty sure this guy, he's probably mentioned another thing like, oh, there's no communication. Well, right now he has a spotlight, and you know what I mean? You gave him the response, and I bet you he's still going to be upset about it. As I can see, look, there's already another response, right? But let's stick on this, right? The whole, does he realize different program, I'm working on different... He doesn't know how a game development company works. I bet a good amount of money that he does not, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna throw this out the window in his response. I promise you. But I do realize and I understand why, you know, stuff comes and how it comes. So, and trust me, the people who you know, think with their head a little bit more, they do realize this. I promise you, they do. You know. Also, those extra autosaves help reduce the chance of people running into a campaign save breaking bug and being unable to do anything. So yes, we did want to highlight that. Yes, because it was a big feature, and I think it is a great feature. 3 autosave slots is amazing. You know, there have been a lot of complaints about, oh, I autosaved at the wrong spot, and now I can't get out of this. Now my save is completely screwed. Also, the size being reduced is amazing for, you know, in all aspects of the game. So this is a huge feature. Yes, it's not the big new shiny castle that was added. It's not the big new shiny weapons that was added. But this is a huge feature for a game in terms of like game development. You know what I mean? It's simple, yes, but like a lot of the times, a lot of simple things, even like simple items in the world that we live in, are very important, right? If you really think about it. So, come on now. All right, let's see the educated response from this. But I agree with this. You know, because it makes sense. Again, it's very hard for me to like be like, yes, I agree with this, because it's emotional. It's there's no facts behind it. You know what I mean? I don't like that, in my opinion. But let's see the response. So he quoted the first sentence. Okay, you have no credit left right now, in my opinion. No credit. What is he talking about? In one sense, you are right. I mean, we do need to keep working on the Windows, and definitely a priority for us. But you do realize that different people working on different. You have no credit right now left, in my opinion. Okay, you need to deliver. I don't expect much from the next update. There is no announcement of fixing bugs or improving the game. If your way is to go with more save slots to fix all the broken stuff, okay. Do you see this? Do you see this tunnel vision of a response? This complete tunnel vision of a response. So he wanted bugs and stuff to be fixed, and he says, yes, we are working on that. We need to keep crushing these bugs. He agrees with you, even though I promise you, if I was in this position, I would not agree with you. In you see, you try your best to and look at the response. You have no credit left, in my opinion. You need to deliver. Deliver what? Please. Make your statement. Talk what you have to say, but make it, more than just this vague. You need to deliver. I don't expect much from the next update. Okay, there is no announcement on fixing bugs or improving the game. What is this? What is this? What is this? Is this not an announcement? Hold on. What is this? What does that word say? Am I not reading it right? Is this not an announcement? I must be blind. I must really be blind. And let's be honest. There's a lot more announcements. Do you want to go into more announcements? Let me go. Let's go find some more announcements real quick. Just so we could clear that up. Let's go to the so we have the beta patches, right? Let's go to single player. What is this? Is this not an announcement of what they want to do in the future? Oh my god, what is this? So, okay. Hopefully that can kind of, because I'm losing. I think I need to end this video at this point. But okay. How can we realize anything other than by having trust in your word? If there is a whole another group of people working on new content, where the hell is it? Okay, let me just. I'm not even gonna search it up. Just, you don't need to take it by his word. That is how a development team works. If you're developing something and you have multiple people working on it, the smart common thing that people do is they say, hey, while I work on this, you work on that, and you work on that, and then we all come together and we make it great. You know what I mean? And we put all of it together at the end. That's just common sense. And another thing, if they are refactoring the code, why would they add content in the middle of the refactoring of the code? Why? If they're changing the code to, to different, to simpler, I don't know what the exact terminology is, but to a simpler way, right? Or to a simpler state, why would they add changes at that same time that they're doing that? That will cause more problems. Yeah, it's not like 1 week into EA, but 3 weeks without an update, 4 months and 4 months in EA. Okay. Well, we do not have a set date and full release on time. We expect the game around a year. 8 months left according to your own statement, and right now you advertise 3 autosaves out, but the game has a lot of issues. Autosave isn't even one of them. It is! Another statement. What is this? It is. It's a big problem. It's been talked about multiple times. This is a problem. It does say the next update will be released in the near future, like a week ago. So what can we expect? 5 autosave slots, and you see this? You see this? You see this? Do you see? This is what I'm talking about. So you want? Okay, let me explain something. So you want them to take you seriously, right? To the people who post stuff like this, you want the devs to take you seriously. You want the devs to, work the hardest. For you to just make these absolute negative IQ answers. Why? What is this? Like, what is this? You know that's not what's gonna happen. You know that the what's it called, the autosave thing was a good feature, regardless if you think it's a big feature, small feature, medium feature, right? And I don't understand why everyone's taking away all the other things that we've had. Like let's see. So people are saying there's only been like 3 beta fixes. We got June 11, hot fix. June 9th, hot fix. June 5th, hot fix. June 4th, huge patch. Oh wow. And this is not even listing all the hot fixes that were listed on the forum by themselves. This is the official Steam page. Okay, this is the same beta. There it is. May 28th, hot fix. 21st, hot fix. 14th, big update. So it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. Let's see what this is. We intend to use a range of different methods to get player data. You also forgot about this part. Just check all those threads in the forum in this or in the Steam forum. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack with everybody. I can already tell how how this guy is gonna answer this feedback form or this questionnaire, right? Hosting and participating in multiplayer events. I think they're gonna wait until multiplayer is finished. I think that would be kind of not finished, but kind of better state, because obviously right now there's a lot of broken things with it. So yeah, they haven't done that yet, but you know, at the same time, it's not stated that, oh, we're gonna start at the start of, you know what I mean? The game just came out. Like, I don't understand what everybody's such in a rush for. The game has just came out. You know, I didn't expect them to be doing all of these things right when the game started. Like, since day one, this is what we're gonna do. Like, plus they do have different ways to gather player feedback. Let's go back to here. As you can see, they even have a beta branch. So first, you can report everything. Either they have a report section. Hold on. We have a feedback and suggestion section for multiplayer and single player. This is where you can do all your feedback, all the stuff that you want to get changed. And also, what else do they have? If we go to, where is it? Let's go to home. Let's go to technical support. Let's go to Bannerlord. If you have a problem, so these are the main things, right? Then if you have a problem with single player, multiplayer, you go here and they will try to help you fix your problem. So they take your request and they help you fix your problem. Now, if you want to have, if you want to even help them more with requesting, what do you call it? With reporting, there's another beta branch that you can join just for that, and they tell you how to do that right over here. So, yeah, apart from the hosting and participating in multiplayer events, they've done this. They've done this, and I bet you they're gonna do this in the near future as well. So again, you also forgot about this part? No, they haven't. You just haven't read up and done your, you know, your due diligence to actually get, you know, educated on this part. But then you make a blanket statement. Okay, listen, I'm done. I'm done with this video. The devs, I'll be honest with you, just don't even reply to these type of people. Like, it's not worth it at this point. It's not worth it. It's talking to a brick wall, you know. It's same IQ as a brick wall at the same time. But yeah, look, I appreciate all the work that's been done in the game. I enjoy the game. I have 300 hours in the game, and I think it's great. Yes, there's problems. There's problems in all the games that we play, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit worse than, you know, it could be, but at the same time, it's early access, so it's understandable. It's not a fully furnished game, you know. So I don't expect everything to be completely working. I don't expect everything to be completely smooth. That's not what you expect, because if you read a game that says early access, any logical person would be like, huh, that's not a finished game, so I can expect unfinished features. Common sense, right? You would think so. But hey, like always, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, like always, stay safe.